Bonsoir tout le monde. Welcome back to Tom Plays Europa Universalis 4 for absolute beginners. We are back with France. And we need to do something about Russia. So, oh, brilliant. Yeah, whatever, let's go for it. Even though I'm probably going to wish I had some mercenaries. But we'll make some more money soon anyway. And of course, immediately it wants a load of money from us. Never mind. It's probably a lot less money, actually, because of that. Right, so we're not going to be anywhere close to them anyway, are we? So part of me feels like we should just declare war and have done with it. It'd be great if we could have got the Ottomans on board. 1717. It's quite a way to wait though, and our prestige is going to be... Oh, maybe it's not that bad. Provence and Genoa in Europe on our side. Russian military tech is 24, ours is 25. Kanlu is also 24. Although that said, we just embraced enlightenment, which neither of them is in a position to do. Yeah, I think we should just go for it. Okay, so we're going to specifically make war for the reason of... Oh. Shouldn't we have like a counter-revolutionary casus belli or something? Fine, whatever. Whatever. So we're not out for anything really apart from just taking the capital, reinstating the monarchy, and yeah, that's basically it. I suppose in theory we could try and nip in, deal with that quickly, and then just instantly make peace. Let's try spinning on a bit. Ah yes, I've forgotten about this. The second we declare war, we lose all the issues we had, because we're actually doing something about it. So we do obviously have our subsidiary nations who will hopefully help, but it's possible, in theory, taking the capital should reinstate the monarchy, so we might even be able to make peace as soon as we do that. Probably not. We'll probably have to carry on fighting for a bit, but we'll see. And I would very much like to know why that just disappeared. You were heading to Moskva. Why can you suddenly no longer go there? That's astonishingly annoying. Colony became self-sustaining. That's great. Would quite like to get those islands as well, but let's stick to the mainland for this one for now. Harmonies. Oh yeah, that's the point. Might have to worry about attacks down here as well, potentially. Just to be on the safe side, and possibly build a castle, even if it might be too late. We cannot construct more buildings in this province. Right. Oh. Okay then. Where has a similar supply limit? Neither of the places we can construct more buildings. That's not great. Never mind. Just have to hope we don't get attacked. Okay, so what can we do about this? I've got a whole bunch of armies taking a mass of attrition damage. And we need access through Austria and the Commonwealth. Well, it's hard to imagine Austria being willing to give us access. We could just wait for someone else to get access. Seeing as we're at war, I mean, we're not actually in a huge hurry now, because we've lost all those revolutionary issues. The only hurry we are going to have, of course, is that we're going to have a bunch of uprisings down here. Okay. On the plus side, our money's going up so fast that we might be able to get mercenaries again soon. So that's good. Do we have +3 everything? We don't have +3 everything. Right, let's get +3 everything. Okay, what have we got? Textile manufactory. Colonial rebel executed. Oh. Great. University and West Sylvania. See, West Sylvania would be good if I can work out where it is. Alright, somewhere around Florida. We're not going to have direct control over that, are we, though? I do quite like the university one. Montpellier. Oh, let's go for university one. Even though the benefits from settler one are better and we could probably manage it. Montpellier, okay. I should really know where this is by now. But it would seem that I don't. Oh no, I do. I'm right on top of it. Okay, so University, Montpellier. No problem. Don't need it as much now whether we've embraced the Enlightenment, but nonetheless. I think it does make costs a little lower. Still can't access, that's fine. Not a problem. Okay, speaking of Vijayanagar, what? Oh, we still have claims in Bengal then, don't we? And apparently the Bahmanids have no allies though, which is interesting. Might be worth just building a spy network out there. Do need to keep an eye on this because in theory it's just as easy to get there as it is to get to Europe. So we could be expecting an attack from either side. Once again, I have a negative war score for no obvious reason. Ooh! Right. Well, this is a problem. I am in no way convinced that my single army is going to be enough. In fact, there's no way a single army is going to be enough, not for Russia. So we'll send another one in and just hope that the first army doesn't get taken down before the second one can arrive. I'd say Ypres. Not quite as big as our army, thankfully. Sorry. Oh, right. Well, that was fast. There we go. Right, so what we've got here is because we've taken the capital, we've actually won. But unfortunately, they're not willing to accept peace even so. So we're going to have to carry on fighting this war that we actually don't really care about. Is this the Ottomans? It is. I'm not sure I want to bring them in though. I'm really hoping that we can just stop this war now. I really don't have any need for it. We've put down the revolution. That really is all we needed to do. Sure, we'll... yeah, so we lose the benefits because there's nothing to react to anymore. But yeah, I'd rather keep the Ottomans for something a bit scarier, even though they'd be very good for this. Right, so we get a few of these. Actually, that's useful. That is useful. Much as I do like going for these, because we do want skill-free people, and diplomatic reputation is always good. Really, I feel like we should be taking cities, not cities, castles, but I can't honestly see very many. So I guess we'll just keep taking land until Russia's willing to make peace. And hopefully that Köln won't do much. It's a bit odd with the whole revolution thing. You'd kind of think if it affects everyone, we'd all be able to sort of gang together like we did with Napoleon and all get involved. But instead I've kind of had to do this, you know, single-handed pretty much. It was a lot easier than I expected with the capital being on this side of the country. I just hope we can get back in time for... oh, there's our army. For these uprisings in Spain. Copper, French Peru, pretty sure we've done French Peru before. Let's keep moving. I don't know why I'm following the border particularly. I should probably be going up there actually, if anything. Oh, nice. Bit of discipline. That's not bad. And there are our separatists. Right, so how are we going to deal with this? I think realistically we might be a good opportunity for a mercenary army. So we use these in India, I think, but yeah, you basically just select one. So I've actually, this time I haven't gone for a free company, I've gone for one which comes with a leader. So once they're in a position to fight, I'll just take them over, put down the rebellion, and then disband them again. But yeah, it's one of the options, especially for a colonial nation with tons and tons of money. Which is what we do have. Still not willing to make peace. It does actually say why. I think it's just that it hasn't been going on long enough. Yeah, length of war. We might do a little better if we could actually fight a battle. Rather not in some ways, because we've got a lot of manpower still to recover, but might at least convince them, especially because I think we've lost a battle there, which is unfortunate. Here we go. Maybe this will convince them that it's worth making peace. Ooh. Get some money out of it. Okay, we need to stop one of these, get the diplomat back. Doesn't really matter which one. I suppose France Antarctique is a little closer. And while we're at it, in theory... Okay, apparently we can't fabricate a claim because we already had 2 claims. Darn. You mean I could have just attacked straight away? Never mind. Well, they had no allies. I'll wait till their war's over. It will be fine. Who to go to first? Well, I suppose these guys are probably... They're a lot closer if nothing else. Plus they're next to a castle, so it won't have as bad an effect if you take the province. Just assume they're going to be okay because we really need to make peace. There we go. Right, don't know if there's anywhere or people can get trapped. So let's send one of you back to Aragon. And the other one back to Paris, and hopefully they just make their way back, and there we go, revolution over. Unfortunately, we're probably going to have to do that about 50,000 times, so... Still, that was a lot less painful than I expected it to be. Could have been much worse. So I'm thinking the next thing will be to keep an eye on that war with Behamenis. And the second that is over, we will invade with our one army, because they don't seem to have any allies this time, and just take whatever we've managed to gain a claim on. Probably won't be that much, but it just allows us to eat a little bit more. Florida, well, surely they can manage. Unlike French Louisiana, which we really ought to be trying to help at some point. Okay, brilliant. So that is done. So they can be disbanded. These mercenary armies are expensive. I mean, obviously we can certainly afford them. We'll probably keep some standing mercenary armies if we want. Got enough money for that now, but all things considered, I might go for even more money. I do wonder if I should have gone for the unrest. But none of it seems too bad though, does it? And hopefully things will calm down with time. It's just we took quite a lot of land last time, so I'm bound to have a certain amount of unrest. Improve the Ottomans, because we may need them soon. I suppose in theory we were meant to be going for Great Britain next, weren't we? Let's see. Yeah, let's let Vijayanagar take their bit first. Assume we're not going to vassalise them or something. What do we have on Great Britain? We do actually have a couple of options here. But I might see if we can get some more. Even if they're colonial options or something. So I was thinking La Plata is a big one. That might be more or less it. Oh, yeah, we could spread a bit up here, couldn't we? Perhaps. Could in theory take this area as well. That might be nice actually. Let's give us a slightly bigger presence. I think that is everything they have. But yeah, we should probably try and clean out all the colonies. Right, brilliant. English Civil War, they finally restored order. I'm so happy for them. Should really pay that back. Whew, what else? Speedy succession, we don't have any that we can take advantage of. How are we doing for alliances? We have room for another one. Okay. Just wondering if we might be able to vassalize someone peacefully. Expand that way. Okay, so Ottomans, Scotland, Bohemia are our main allies. Provence, Genoa and the Dongo are vassals. Most of these people are in the Empire, so they're not going to be at all interested in being vassalized. Could probably get people like Corsica and Siena. Oh, they're also a member of the Empire. Siena isn't though, so they'd actually be willing to be vassalised. Just whether it's worth it for a one-province nation. You do take a bit of a diplomatic hit when you annex them. Obviously we don't particularly need to annex them, but yeah, I do want to take this province at some point as well. So many things to do, and we've only got 100 years left. Okay, right, so we've now got them a presence in New Zealand. That's probably all we can do for them. So they were... I have to see what... I'm guessing that war's over now. I think they were the people who were over here. So we're going to want to move them back if we can find our ships somewhere. Guessing that war is now over. So we need to decide, do we want to go through Bahamanis, Vijayanagar? We definitely want to go for them. Yeah, everyone else has allies. So we've got... oh, good grief, we're still at war. 2 provinces that we can take. Is it worth getting a third? I don't want to leave it too long. You know what, I think I'm going to go for it, because the way things are going, someone's just going to end up vassalising him. I'll go imperialism. But, yeah. I think everyone's taking a chunk out of the Bahamanis. Kind of capitalising on the fact that we defeated them, so I think we should also take our little chunk. Even if it's just 2 provinces. It's a start. Hopefully don't need any mercenaries this time. Does make me wonder if we should be doing a simultaneous war on someone. Like Austria, maybe? Where are our armies? gonna be nothing but war this episode. Right, so there's one of our armies. Let's move you up to Calais, and there's the other army. So I think we should try to get the Ottomans involved. Ooh, and Scotland. And we should try to take Calais. Long overdue. I think I didn't check as carefully as I should have done then, but I'm pretty sure I saw Brazil on that list. I think they're the only really big one there, so we're also going to need to worry about Brazil. Let's see what armies, if any, we have here. We may just be relying on our colonial nations to handle Brazil and Great Britain. Ooh, I do have an army down here, so we can at least start taking the holdings down here. Right, brilliant. So, I guess that's it. We're doing a massive war. Not sure where the capital is, but I might just go for that castle. And we should actually move our armies into Austria as well, while I'm thinking about it. Let's finally move into Callan. Let's move here because I think we've got a claim here. Where on earth has our navy gone? Still sat out in the middle of nowhere. Fantastic. That wasn't the idea. Alright, let's... They're probably damaged, well let's go bolster the Ottomans a bit anyway. Although there is a ship up here, so maybe we should head this way instead. So I think the Ottomans are handling that quite handily, so that's good. Oh boy, right. This is clearly going to be a little scarier. Might be worth getting some mercenaries just in case. Just to back up this army, if we can. Okay, that's good. Let's go for the castle. Presumably this needs to fall next, doesn't it? 19th of March. Apparently not. Because surprisingly, it looks as if Austria had gotten rid of the castle. Yeah, literally just stole the army that needed it. Never mind. Okay, cool. Need to watch this. Mercenary army still has very low morale. They always start with very low morale. So you have to be careful how quickly you get them into combat, at least on their own. Should recover quite rapidly though. Okay. Just take Brazilian lands, just keep doing it, improve the war score, that's fine. You're working on a castle, which is good. I'm hoping Delhi will finish their war soon, as there isn't that much more land we can take. That's partly why I didn't want to delay. I'm just worried that there's going to be nothing left. So if it gets small enough, someone will vassalize them, and then they'll effectively have an ally again. It's just too good of an opportunity when someone has no allies. It's always a good time to jump in on them. Oh yeah. Interesting. What's Scotland actually going to do? It'd be far more useful against England, actually. Maybe I shouldn't have let them join in for Austria. Never mind. I'm nervous to go too fast because we are fighting in 3 different places. And those are just the bits we're controlling. Hopefully having such a huge army will make this fairly rapid. I'm not sure where all the armies have gone. I have a horrible feeling they're probably going for the Ottomans. Which is good in a way, but we also don't really want them pulling out of the war. Or maybe not. Small army up there. Oh yeah, they are heading for the Ottomans. They're just taking their time. Still, not complaining. Better their manpower than ours, sadly. Feel a bit mean, but... Okay, what are we full of here? Diplomatic power. Right. So... Oh, actually London definitely needs some diplomatic power. Stick some over there. I suppose there's a problem with having +3 advisors. We're actually maxing out on monarch power, which isn't a bad thing at all. I mean, that is really good. We can develop stuff quite happily. So, you should always let that happen if you possibly can. We really need to not waste our diplomats. What have we got? Just improve relations with everyone we can think of in Europe. Provence, Genoa. Bohemia still an ally? I think they are. Yeah, cool. That should do. What else do we have? There's possibly only that one we can take now, I don't know. We could try and take the castle and see if it comes in our colours, it's just we don't have any links to it. I suppose in theory it should. We don't have any relationship with Delhi, do we? Surely their war will finish soon anyway. We'll go for the castle anyhow. See what happens. Quite surprised Delhi aren't going for it in fact. It's like their armies have just disappeared off the face of the earth. Maybe they're in another war or something. Not really our problem. Castle's proving quite durable. I'm all scared to look at what's going on in the colonies. We've got positive war score though, 17%, so it can't be that bad, whatever it is. Ooh, boundary disputes. With whom is the question? Region of Yorkshire. Ooh, yes, I would love that. I would love to have Yorkshire. Yeah, see, we've taken it, but it's gone to Delhi, which is what I was afraid of. It might be that they already had an army there and I just didn't know about it, so let's try and go for Nanda. Surely we should arrive in this one first. I think the province goes to whoever arrives first when attacking it. So we shall see. Okay, a bit too much at once. Let's uncover this area, which we can because we're in a war. So not a conquistador, only got a general, but we can temporarily go into terra incognita because we are at war with someone who owns said terra. Cool, just walk across the land bridge to that one. And has been occupied by France. Right, so that's worked, I think. I'm just thinking, did we need to move someone over? I believe that we did. Let's do that before we get an attack. I think it's this area that's still building a colony. Yep. Good, good. And we do want to core this area because it's always going to be ours. We have indeed managed to take Nanda, and it would appear that Delhi have made peace. So that's fine. They've actually released a sovereign nation here. But we own their core provinces, so we're not going to be able to vassalize them. We have maximum military power now. Right. So what does Paris look like? Better shape than London in a lot of respects. Still. Might just do one on each, because we don't want to waste any monarch power. We'll just build both cities up. Could possibly spend time building up the smaller cities instead, but smaller provinces. Alright, it doesn't directly affect us, but let's see what's going on down here. Actually, that's looking more promising than I'd thought. Partly because I keep forgetting I've attacked Austria, so they only had to deal with Brazil. Didn't have to worry about Great Britain on this occasion. So that's good. Winning in the colonies as well. Occupied by France. Okay. So uncover another piece of terra incognita. Right, so we are going to have to bring an army over. To deal with the Bahamanis army. That's fine. The thing is, we can't. We may as well, because we're going to have war exhaustion as long as we've got any war ongoing. I don't think it matters how many wars we have. So there's not much point in stopping either war until we're ready to stop them both. And because the war with Austria is probably a much bigger one, I'm kind of not in a big hurry as far as Bahamanis goes. I will try to take that army out, but they'll be able to build additional ones. In a lot of ways we're better off going for castles because they're harder for them to take back. Okay, Daru. Right, let's just keep it going. Oh, finally. Taken Bern. Trying to work out where that person is actually going, because if you come up here, I am going to want to SWAT them, but they're not. Fine, let's move an army there, move an army there, move an army into Breisgau. Makassar have insulted us. don't even know where Makassar is, but really, seeing as we're not going to do anything else, we may as well insult them back. Oh, there they are. Let's actually vassalise them as well. Almost seemed ashamed to insult them, but I think it helps with power projection, and well, we have tons of that already. Kind of feel if they're going to increase their power projection by insulting us, it's only fair that we respond in kind. Okay. Okay, still sieging that castle. For mercenaries were necessary. I wasn't really expecting Austria to take their army back down there. Of course, it might be they only did that because we hired the mercenaries, so we actually had an army big enough to take them on. And it should seize the castles faster, so it's fine. We'll just leave it. I've already got quite a good war score, actually. It's not like we're really planning on taking that much from Austria, but we're not really ready to finish the Indian War yet. Although again, we weren't really planning on taking that much from them either. Let's see. Oh, that's a lot better. In fact, yeah, let's consider actually just finishing here. Okay, very poor timing. In fact, what am I doing? Let's send the mercenaries down. Then it's their manpower, not our manpower. I sworn we had a claim on 2 countries. 2 provinces, so why are they only offering us 1? Maybe it's worth increasing the war score a bit further. Oh, I suppose it's possible that one of the provinces we had a claim on has gone to the new nation. No, doesn't look like it. Is this a new nation? Again, does not look like it. Okay, we've taken Breisgau. So... can we go for Wien? I mean, it's got to be worth something to take Austria's capital, hasn't it? And they don't seem to be actually fighting us, so maybe we should just go straight for the capital and see what that gives us. Antilles, I'm sure we will have taxed Antilles by now. At least just while we're thinking about India. We might even want to try and get some concessions out of Brazil. Specifically. Who was this? Baden. Okay, well, we can't expect to take stuff from everyone. We've got Great Karoo to France. I'll go back to France. I'm guessing we had claims on these. So let's do that, definitely. Cool. So hopefully France Antarctique can hold on to those. Move our army back here. Now we can get a bit of coring done while the war with Austria is still ongoing. So we've only got 36% war score now. But of course, that's hopefully going to improve if we manage to take Austria's capital. Okay. Back over here. There don't appear to be any other castles we can take. We have 73% war score here now. Just feel like there should definitely been another province. They are willing to give us another province. In fact, they're willing to give us a few. Oh well. Let's go with that one. I'm planning to leave the army there in any case, so hopefully we can deal with any uprisings that come from us taking too much land. Obviously we could get aggressive expansion, but we're in a very different part of the world to everywhere else where we currently exist. So we can probably get away with that. The Ganges, okay. So how are things going over here? Can finally concentrate a little. Yeah, we're fine. There's only really Brazil that was even a threat, and it looks like our colonies are big enough to handle Brazil now, so that's good. So, are you going to come back to protect Wien? Or are you going to keep victimising the Ottomans? As you are going to lose your capital, guys. So I'm thinking we'll probably, because we were only really after a few provinces, especially with, you know, Holy Roman Empire, so coalitions galore, probably just going to take the capital and then go with whatever the suggested demands are. It should just get us a few provinces and maybe a bit of money. Possibly starting to approach the point where a coalition wouldn't actually matter now. But at the same time, we're out of manpower. So we could do with building up the manpower pool again, and no doubt someone will have a revolution any second, so, which we'll then have to put down because no one else will bother. So yeah, might be better just to make some more claims on Great Britain, although we did already gain a new one on York. Do we have Northumberland? We do have Northumberland, so I think we've got Northumberland and Coventry. We don't have Gloucester though. Let's grab Gloucester, and then all the rest we will take from outside of Great Britain itself. Ideally for our colonies, we might grab that one near Congo. Oop, who's this? Yeah, that's fine. Happy to just have money from you. I'm sure we could push some more land if we were really, really keen to do it. But I'm reasonably happy with what we've achieved this episode. It's been war from start to finish, basically. I think historically Wien is where the Ottomans were stopped in terms of Europe. Tried to take it. I think Suleiman the Magnificent tried to take it. Not sure if any of the other rulers did, but didn't actually manage to conquer Wien. So the castle is pretty strong, basically. The Ottomans were pretty adept at overcoming castles. Very good at tunnelling under the walls and things, making them collapse. Okay, so that's pushed us up to 46%. What will that give us in terms of suggested demands? So we'll get Calais, Freigrafschaft, Valles-Lutzburg, and Ottomans get the Agram, and they release Croatia and Ferrara, and they refuse to do it. Why? Because of that one. Okay, well, how about you give me this one instead? There you go. Not so bad. Giving the Ottomans something as well. Austria demands we return the stuff we just took from... No, I don't think so. I dare say I will cope with your disapprobation. Given I actually only just finished beating you up. Okay, that one is a bit small, so they can go to Paris. So, we have finally taken Calais, which I believe was one of our... There we are, recover Calais. Local trade power goes up. That's pretty much all there is to it. We do need to conquer Burgundy to unlock all of these things. But that's fine. War exhaustion should start going down now, finally. And I think that's it. That puts us in a pretty good place. Huh. Lose stability or gain corruption? I'll go for gain corruption. It sounds less damaging. Okay, so they should be fine for any uprisings that happen there, although we do need to think about castles. In fact, next time I have some monarch points, I should try and build up that province that supports the army, because there's only one, and that would be a good place for a castle, and adding monarch points should allow us to build more buildings. So, what else? We gained some land down in South Africa, which again, we have an army that can handle any uprisings. Brazil is being beaten up by Zimbabwe, probably took advantage of us having attacked. And France Antarctique. Ooh, okay, further our borders is 50 prestige. We do not need that right now. So let's just have the admin power, that's fine. So yeah, brilliant. Right, so we should start making claims on behalf of La Plata. And it's just a question of our manpower recovering. Who's exiled? Someone's exiled. They're exiled. Right. Fair enough. So they weren't actually going to be able to help anyway. But it looks like Provence doesn't need our help, thankfully. So let's move you down to Aragon. And we really need to... Yeah. Here's the navy. Okay, cool. Let's get you into port. So, yeah, I think that's more or less it actually. It's just war that time. But quite pleased with what we've gained on the whole. Looking very healthy. I wonder if we should build a spat network in Brazil actually, because they... Oh, French Louisiana. Seriously, they scare me. They're too small. Right. Okay, so you've just declared war. Let's just give you a ridiculously big gift, and maybe that will allow you to succeed. Light infantry. That's a very good time because we're at peace. So we want blue coat, I think, which is French. I know you're not really supposed to pick these on the strength of which of historical accuracy, but the differences aren't really as important as just having the improved stats from going up a technology. I can't say I've noticed us particularly doing badly in the wars after all, despite not picking them very carefully. Okay, so they're going to have a lot of rebuilding to do. Not much we can do about that though. We do still have +3 advisors throughout. We do, that is good, and with that in mind, let us try and build this area up a bit. So building slots, we need development of 20. Actually have quite a way to go. If you remember, we'll try and finish Oh, we could do one each of those. Finish that with military. Get to 20 and we'll build a castle. Unless we want to build a university first. Not sure. Because I won't take a building slot. Is there any real point there? Not much point actually, no. Okay, well this is unfortunate. Darfur, allied with Hausa. Right, well we're definitely going to accept because we do need the Ottomans on board. But we may regret it. I suppose it's whether we actually want to bring an army up there or move an army down here. I suppose we could take this army down. We don't have any uprisings imminent. In some ways I'd rather just use the African army for Africa. But I'm a little worried it might not be big enough. Let's just bring you over to wider. See, this is why I should press pause. But never mind, I'll press pause now. But yeah, so we'll deal with that next time. But hopefully it won't be too big a deal. Just sort of thinking at some point we do want to join these two lands up. I don't feel we can vassalise Dahomey, can we? No, in theory we could. Just not quickly. So I'm still sort of looking around for potential vassals. It'd be better to get them in places we can't easily conquer though, like maybe the islands. But not to worry. Leave that for later. So yeah, war. That's the way to start off the 18th century. And yeah, 1723 now, game finishes in 1821. So we're on a bit of a countdown. So we're certainly not going to conquer the world, because there's quite a lot of the world left unconquered. But hopefully we're going to leave France in a much better state than we found her. But yeah, that's it. I think I will leave it there. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.